Today, Painting with a Purpose, friends, we are going to paint the Eiffel Tower. So you're going to need a few unusual things that you don't normally paint with. You're going to need a rag, which is just a piece of t-shirt, and you're going to need that damp. So get it wet, wring it out. You're going to need a small piece of cardboard. I'm going to use my 2-inch brush just to cover the whole entire canvas a little bit quicker. You're also going to need your medium round brush, your small round brush, and your small flat brush. The colors that you will be using today are blue, white, purple, pink, and black. You will also be making a peach color. My plate's really full, so I'll kind of show it to you. This color right here. So to make this color, you're going to need pink, yellow, and a tiny bit of orange. And then to lighten it, to get it this shade, you're going to need to use white. Alright, so here we go. And you can see on my tray I've got 2 different shades of blue. The darker blue is going to be the background, and it's still not super dark. So this is the darker blue, and we're going to paint our whole entire canvas this darker blue. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat today. So just paint your whole canvas real quick. I love this 2-inch brush to paint the backs of your canvas, especially if you're doing it all one color. It just goes so quick. Gets a nice layer of paint, not too thick, on your canvas. Alright, smooth out those brush strokes. Start at one side, run your brush all the way across, and don't pick it up. Now this is the only time, that we're going to use this big 2-inch brush. So once you have your background finished, you can go ahead and put this in your water bucket or just set it aside. The next step is the rag. And you want to do this while your background is still wet. First, we're just going to take the end of any one of your paintbrushes, and we're just going to kind of draw a line. So anything below this line, we're not going to use our rag on. That's for the cardboard. So just kind of fold your rag up, just like so. Get a good 2 fingers underneath your rag, and we're going to start with a lighter blue. You're just going to dip a little bit of your rag in the lighter blue, and we're just going to kind of dab it and turn. Alright, now that we have that, we're going to refold our rag. I'm just going to flip it and fold the blue on the inside. Turn to a different corner. And I'm going to come in with my light pink. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just taking it and twisting it. This is going to be our really cool sky. I'm going to come all the way down to our line. All right, refold. Get a new corner, and now we're going to do our light purple. So I just took purple and mixed it with white. We're going to do the same thing, get a little bit of purple on here, and we're just going to add some purple to our sky. And I'm going to keep the purple more towards the top. Alright, refold. And you're going to get messy with this because it's all in this t-shirt and you're refolding and the paint's still in there. So, but you can wash before we move on. So last but not least is that peach color, that salmony color that we used yellow and pink and a smidge of orange, and this is going to kind of be our sunset, and we're going to kind of keep this color focused down by this bottom line. Might put a little bit up here. Alright, I'm going to go back through here and I'm going to add some more pink. So I'm going to refold, get a new corner. I'm going to put some pink in here. I'm losing some of that orange, so I don't want to lose it. I'm just going to layer a little more pink. Go back with maybe a little more of that light blue. Alright, there we go. That is my Eiffel Tower sky. Now from this point you can leave it like this, or you can take your brush, your 2-inch brush, rinse it or wipe that darker blue out, and very lightly you can brush across, and it kind of softens those twist marks. Not too much, just really lightly. So it kind of gives it like a watery look effect. So again, you could have left it the way it was, or you can run your brush across it. Next step is we're going to be using our small flat brush and our cardboard. So we're going to take and we're going to put some dots of every color that we just used in the sky. So the blue, the pink, the purple, and this peach color. And we're just going to take our cardboard, and this can get messy, and we're just going to lay it on the canvas and run it right across the bottom. Now you don't want this blended, you want the smear look in there. Alright, that is the bottom. Now with our flat brush, we're going to take that darker blue and we're going to do an edge right along that line. It's the same color that your canvas was, that background color. I'm even going to make it a little bit darker. I want a definite definition between my sky and the ground. So I've got the regular blue, and I'm just going to run it right through there, maybe pull it down a little bit in some areas. But I want that definite definition between the sky part that we used the rag on and the bottom part that we used the cardboard on. Now all we do is we wait until this dries. Once this is dry, we will start on our Eiffel Tower. Alright, now that our canvas is dry, we're going to draw the Eiffel Tower. So grab a pencil. It's easier to draw it because we're going to make the Eiffel Tower black, and black is a hard color to fix. So if you already have the lines drawn on your canvas, it is much easier to fix, because with a dry canvas you can erase it. Alright, so to start the base of the Eiffel Tower, and you can center it, you can have it a little off center. I'm going to center it because I want the Eiffel Tower to be the main thing. And we're going to start from this line that we did, and it's going to stretch all the way to the top of our canvas. So to start, we're just going to do an arch. This is going to be the base of our Eiffel Tower. And it has another arch slightly above it. Kind of folds in to the sides. Just like so. And then see, if you mess up, so easy just to erase. It's kind of hard to draw on these textured canvases. Alright, the next step is from here on the left hand side, I'm just going to draw a line kind of at a diagonal. Whoops, too much. Let's scoot it a little closer. We're just going to draw a line at a diagonal, a slight diagonal, just to right above that second arch that we did. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Slight angle just above that arch. And then we're just going to connect it. So from here, I'm going to draw a straight line across. And then from here, from these arches, you've got a line that just kind of comes straight up. This is the base of our Eiffel Tower. Alright, next step. From here, you kind of angle it out slightly on both sides. So it needs to be a little more angled. And then we're just connecting these two. Alright, next step. We're going to come up a little bit, and we're just going to draw a guideline. About right there. Can you guys see that guideline? That's our next point that we are going to do. So from the base that we have drawn, in line with these diagonal outside lines, so kind of draw an imaginary line from about right here, you're going to go up to this base, this guideline. And it's just a gradual line. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So from this outside baseline, you're just going to follow that angle on up to this guideline. Now, your guideline may not be long enough, but it gives you a point to go to. And we can always lengthen it. So now we're just going to draw a line straight across, connecting these 2 points. And from this line, we're going to do the same thing. So draw another slightly angled line. Just going to follow that line on up. And we're going to do it on this side too. And we don't want them to touch. They come really close. But we don't want them to touch at the top. Alright guys, almost finished with our Eiffel Tower. From this point, you're going to do another diagonal line out, another diagonal line out. We're going to do another rectangular box like this. And now we just connect those lines, like so. And then from this point all the way to the top of the canvas is going to be the Eiffel Tower. So take your pencil and from the center of your arch all the way to the top, you're going to put a little dot. Just like so. We don't want our Eiffel Tower crooked, so if you do this from the center of your arch to the top of your canvas, that's going to make sure that our Eiffel Tower stays nice and straight. And then from here, it's not going to be quite in the same line like we kept this line. It's going to be out a little bit further, but we're going from the point down to here on both sides. So if you want to draw little dots, and you're just going to connect the dots. If you want to grab a ruler to connect the dots, you can. But we're just going to connect these dots. There's one line. And there's 2 lines. And then from here, we're going to just draw a straight line down the center. This needs to come in a little bit more. There we go. All right. There is the outline of our Eiffel Tower. So with your medium brush and your black paint, we're going to go in and we're going to fill in these spaces. And we're going to do the one above it. And now for everything else, we're going to use our small round brush. So the really teeny tiny one. You could have used the small round brush to fill in those spaces as well. A bigger brush just helps it to go quicker. I'm going to clean up this edge though with this small round one. All right. So now we're just going to take this small round brush. We're going to outline our pencil lines. So here, this first arch. All right, so now that we have everything, all of our pencil lines that we did outlined, that keeps getting worse. We are going to go back in and add the support bars. And we're using that same brush and black paint, and you're just going to make X's. On the legs. And then this top is kind of got like a little ball on it, so we're just gonna do that. All right, wipe your brush. And now we're gonna add some contouring lines with white. So get some white on your brush, and we're gonna put some white here, and here. You have to wipe that off, and we're gonna add some white here, and here, and here. You start picking up that black, you're gonna have to wipe your brush again. Add a little bit here. So every once in a while, wipe your brush, because your black is wet. I'm going to add a little bit of white on the ball. I'm going to fix this a little bit. There we go. All right, with our medium round brush, we're gonna add some buildings in the background. So we're gonna take that blue that we used, that darker blue, and we're gonna add black to it. We want it to be a really dark navy blue because it's going to be the shadow buildings. Alright, so along this line, we're just going to make a building landscape. I'm going to kind of draw it out. All this is like the shadow. And I'm gonna wipe my brush off, and I'm gonna add a little bit of blue without black, just that plain blue, just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. Right. Now on the other side. Just off in the distance, that's why they're darker. We're just gonna fill this in. I'm going to add some in here, and they're even going to be kind of, I'm going to switch to my small round brush. I'm just going to I'm going to switch to my medium brush and get this filled in. Alright. Now, with our medium red, not red, sorry, yours may be a different color, medium flat brush, your medium flat brush, and we're just going to use that same dark blue for now. We're going to add some other colors to it too, but we're just going to come in here and we're just going to make a little bit of shadow bushes. get it really thick on this base. We're just dabbing that smaller flat brush. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side with the same color. We're kind of just framing it in with some greenery. Only it's shadow, so it's not really green. Alright, now we're going to take some green. You don't even have to wipe your brush, just get a little green on there. We're going to come back in with some green, not a lot. Just a little bit of the green. And we're even gonna make some dark purple. So take some of your purple and we're gonna darken it with just a smidge of black. And you can use that same brush with the blue and the green on. And we're gonna come in here. Add some purple. Just like so. Now I'm going to wipe my brush. And from this point, I'm just going to, from that edge, I'm just going to take and pull that color. Kind of gives it a smeared look, just along that edge. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just a little bit, not a lot, just along that edge. And I think I might add just a little more green. Not in that smeared area that we just did. And then I'm gonna go back and add a little bit of this purple over here. Not in that smeared area. Wipe my brush. I'm gonna fix these little smears. Now with that plastic end, I'm gonna add some stars maybe. It's like a warm summer sunset. The stars are starting to come out. And with my smaller round brush, because the tip of it is smaller than the tip of my flat brush, I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to add a few little not a lot, just a little here and there. Alright, I think I'm going to darken some of the space in the middle here. So I'm going to go in with my blue. Just the regular blue that I used for that original line going across. And I'm just going to add it down a little bit further, and I'm going to run it down the sides of the bank just a little bit. And I'm going to wipe that blue off so that I have a nice clean brush. And then I'm just going to take that edge and pull it this way. Well, I don't have any paint on there. That blue that you painted your background, just come in on that edge so that it's of the blue that we just did, so that it's more of a gradual into the lighter center. So we still have got that dark edge right around where our bushes kind of frame it. But then that right along where the blue meets that light in the center, take that light blue and just kind of, this is the blue, the original, the darker of the blue. Just kind of pull that in. So that it kind of blends a little bit better, so that it's a more faded look. Alright guys, I am finished. I hope you have enjoyed this Eiffel Tower painting. Keep giving us suggestions. We're happy to try to paint anything and teach you how to paint anything that you may want. So keep liking our YouTube page, keep subscribing, and we will keep bringing you guys the paintings that you want to learn how to paint.